Yeah, my pleasure, dude. Oh, of course. Couple little things. 2011.
Yes.
All right. The outlet, it's wired properly. I can comment on this. Normally, it's not really part of the inspection. We'll throw it in. It's kind of leaning here a little bit. It looks like you're probably responsible for the roof.
Yes.
Otherwise, they do them all at once, right?
Yes. No, you're responsible.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna get the binoculars, look a little more closely, but it has some age to it. Did they tell you by any chance?
It was 2 years old.
2 years. I had the layers. It looks like because it's not even the way it's laying. So that doesn't help. That reduces the life. As far as ventilation, you have a ridge vent at the peak of the roof to let the hot air out. The regular eye duct. So we're going to look at where the bolts go through for those solar panels. Make sure there's no signs of moisture coming in. It's obvious to tell here. Look at the neighbor. They got an older roof here. The one we're doing is a little bit newer, and that's how we know it's a fee simple setup here. Called the keyways on the shingle, and it's basically the lines of how they're set when they're installed. They're all supposed to match up and be like a straight line coming down. That's a sign of a professional install when you see that. Here, it's all kind of wavy and uneven. And so far, it's not a professional install. You're pointing, hey, that's your sewer clean out, that's discharge, maybe for a sump pump, maybe for the laundry if there's a drain line underneath the washing machine. Winterize your hose bib.
Oh, I can see it.
They're supposed to be in straight lines. They're wavy. So it just makes me want to look closer in the attic.
Yeah.
40-gallon water heater, natural gas. See your drip leg, TPR drain tube within 6 inches of the floor. 4-inch flue, properly fastened, bonding on the hot and cold piping. Media filter. It's a large filter, so you change this filter every 6 months. I'm getting taking a picture of the data plate and getting the age and the BTUs. I could tell right away it's the right size unit for the place. If it turns on with a dial, we can see what happens. I don't know. I would try using it first. Sump pump, yeah, we tried it out for operation. It's good. Floating floor, replacement cap on the sewer. That means that they had a problem in the past. Quick, this is the grounding bus bar. And you can see you got these 2 ground wires coming in, the green ones. They go outside to the grounding rods, okay? So this is your grounding bus bar, and that's your neutral bus bar. All right, just so you can, that'll help you identify it. And look how nice and neat. The lines come right in, 14 gauge wire, going to a 15 amp breaker. This should be a larger wire going into that 20. See, it's the same size as the one going into the 15. No, that's 14 gauge. Here on a 15, and that's the proper one. That's the 12 gauge going to the 20. See the size difference?
Yeah. And that one doesn't have.
There's no size difference there. These are both hot coming in. That's the neutral. That power vent. There's some stains around that too. I'm gonna go take a closer look. Got Romex wiring that was chewed through, probably by a squirrel. And they made a couple repairs. Somebody put some electrical tape on here, but we're going to see the extent of the damage here. We're going to look a little closer. Yeah, how you going to see that unless you get up here? Mike, pleasure, man.
Thank you. All
right, good to see you.
Much pleasure. Great having you guys.
Hey,
Thank
you too.
for coming through.
Thanks for keeping us in mind.